Today is going to be a damn important day for crypto. Why? Because today we have the Fed interest rate meeting, which means today is the Federal Reserve's interest rate decision, and that's always one of the most volatile events we can have here in the crypto space and also for other markets in general. I'll be live streaming the whole thing tonight, of course, but now I'm giving you a very, very important market update on this whole topic so that you're up to date and know exactly what's happening. Because currently the market is already behaving relatively strangely, or rather relatively unusually. We saw a breakout yesterday, but then we didn't manage to push any further up here. And the question now is, will we see a strong market move before the interest rate decision, which is at 7 p.m. tonight, or will we continue to consolidate sideways as we are right now? But above all, the most important question, what do I personally think? How will the market behave after the interest rate decision? Will we tend to go further up? Will we go further down? What happened at the last interest rate decision? All that today in this video. And with that, hello and a very warm welcome to a new video here on my channel. It's great that you've tuned in again. It's me, Max, giving you a very important crypto market update today. Just before we jump in, friends, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button below this video. That would really support me a lot. After that, you can scroll further down to the comment section and feel free to leave me a comment. Just write something like, "Thanks, Max," or "Great analysis," or both. That would really, really help me out. Thank you so much for your support, my dear friends. Now, I'd say let's jump right into it. Tonight, as you can see, we have an important event at 7 p.m. because at 7 p.m. the new key interest rate will be announced. And as of now, the forecast is, there's always a forecast, a prediction for the whole thing. And as of now, the key interest rate is supposed to stay here at 3.75%. That means there's a 99.1% chance the key interest rate won't be lowered further. And if the rate stays the same, I'd tend to view the whole thing as rather bearish. Of course, we first have to look at what I fundamentally predicted here. And what did I predict? Quite simply, I predicted a breakout to the upside here, specifically that the market does fake out number one and then fake out number two. Where do I get such a market scenario from? Simply from the market scenario we had here previously, because Bitcoin has actually been behaving over the last few months since the Black Swan event on October 10th. Bitcoin has actually been behaving very, very predictably because we saw a correction here of 36% symmetrical triangle consolidation sideways, first fake out, second fake out, and then accordingly another downward move of 38%. And now we have the same scenario here again. First fake out, second fake out. The second fake out is always roughly at the level of the 200 EMA in the 12-hourly time frame, so in the 12-hour chart, which is roughly $78,000 to $79,000. We'll also talk in a moment about whether we can even reach this price target anymore. And if the market then corrects down another 38, 39, 40% from here, we'll land exactly at $46,000. Or right in the middle of my target range, which is $48,000 to $44,000. That's the target area where I think Bitcoin is headed. Nevertheless, I'm still positioned long with my trades here, so I'm definitely looking for long positions again. And what exactly am I going to do now? I also posted another market update here on LEVEX today, or rather, I'm going to post it right after this recording. It'll be the market update from the 18th of March. Among everyone who leaves a comment here, I'll be giving away $100 accordingly. The winner from the last video will be announced the day after tomorrow, meaning we'll always do it with a 1-day delay, so there's always a full 24 hours. So the winner from the 17th of March, when we started the whole thing, will be announced in tomorrow's market update accordingly. So friends, here's the situation. The market actually wants to go up, but it can't really because we have some major news waiting for us, of course. The problem there, of course, is that news is very, very difficult to gauge. We have an interest rate decision here at 7 p.m., which is reflected here by this line. The question, of course, is what has actually happened the last few times. In the last few times, it was always the same scenario. Rates were cut for us, but last time they weren't. So the key rate was already at 3.75 and the market crashed after that. So I'm expecting the same thing again because everyone will probably be shouting, yeah, bullish, bullish, bullish. And in the end, they have no clue. And then the market crashes again at the end of the day. We really predicted the last interest rate decisions very, very well here. The last interest rate decision was on the 28th of January, which was exactly this phase right here. And Bitcoin followed this pattern. We already started moving up a few days before the rate decision reached the absolute peak right at the decision and then transitioned into the next correction phase accordingly. And that would fit perfectly into my forecast here. That will probably see another pump upwards accordingly. That means I'm definitely going to dump a large part of my portfolio today. meaning I'll sell a large part of my Bitcoins and my Ethereum holdings, but only, as I said, if I can sell them at a profit now. Many people will still be in profit at current prices, just like me, having bought much earlier, so I'll sell a large portion now, still today. So if the market peaks today, meaning if the market makes another upward move today, yeah, then I'll definitely sell everything I have accordingly, or not everything I have, but everything I have available in my trading spot portfolio, I'll sell it then, or just half, and so on and so forth. There are many decisions you can make then. I'll also be live at 2 p.m., so I'll probably implement that together with you today. You usually know me for being very clear, saying, hey friends, I think the market's going up or down. Today, trying to gauge what happens leading up to the Federal Reserve rate decision is just stupid. You can't do that. You can't have an opinion on it. This is really just completely unpredictable. We can take a look at what happens after the rate decision, and I can tell you what I'll do if something happens. If the market drops now, for example, I won't be selling my spot sales accordingly, or rather selling my spot assets. But if the market rises again and we go up to $77,000 or $78,000, then I would definitely think about selling my spot assets. After the rate decision, it's more likely that the market will continue to correct and that the market will then enter this correction phase here down to $48,000. That would be my personal forecast, which I've made regardless of the rate decision, because it just fits the scene here in terms of market dynamics. I don't believe we'll see a bottom of $60,000 in this bear market. That would definitely be pretty crazy if that were even the bottom. Below us, we still have CME gaps. We still have an open wick. So I'm actually about 85 to 80% sure that we'll see a correction here that goes down towards $48,000, to be quite clear. If that happens, then we'll probably also have the probability of a correction for Ethereum going down towards $1,400 to $1,200. But you have to be careful here. I've set my target area at the 200 EMA on the 12-hour chart. That's about $2,500 for Ethereum. For Bitcoin, it's about $78,000 to $79,000. And now the question is probably, hey Max, we're at $74,000 right now. Do you really think we're going towards $79,000 before or after the rate decision? First of all, that could of course happen, that we see a massive pump now to, well, this level. Then I would sell all my assets that I'm in profit with accordingly, because of course I don't want to sit here like a sheep and then we'll take the whole thing down with me. I'd rather buy back in down here and up to the current level there. I'd make about 70% in returns. It wouldn't make any sense at all to stay in then if you expect the market to go down. Unless you bought in much higher, then I would definitely stay in, because I wouldn't sell my assets at a loss. At least I wouldn't normally sell my Bitcoins for $80,000 or less. Yes, but the question is it even possible? And I have to tell you quite clearly, the stock market always works the same way. It's always the same, and it's always that one scenario that most people, including many online, fall for over and over again. They see, oh, interest rate decision, that's totally bullish, and now quick, and now panic, that's totally stupid, because in the end, it'll be like this anyway. The rate decision comes, yeah, the market will go up and down, so the market will definitely make a V, a zigzag, to liquidate both sides, the shorts here and the longs. That means both sides are liquidated first, so the market will probably do something like that, a zigzag, like at the market opening, first move, wrong move, and then another wrong move, and so on. That means we're going to see a very strong sideways impulse, roughly like that, in my opinion, so that we kick everyone out of their trades first, and once that's happened, yeah, then the market will probably develop in one direction. I tend to think the market will rise after the interest rate decision, yeah, and lure some people into long positions again. So people think, oh, we were always falling before, now it's going up with the rate decision, but then in the end, no such luck, and then the big correction comes. And with this upward movement, I expect us to reach my $79,000, which is of course quite possible. By the way, we can also do a very good short on Solana soon, which is also possible and very important, by the way. We have open CME gaps. We have very large open CME gaps. And if I look at the 1 hourly time frame, was there another one somewhere at 82? Yes, exactly. We have this CME gap open here, which I've already marked here. I assume that this CME gap can definitely be filled. Yeah, so the market could also go up to $82,000. So please don't pin me down to $79,000. This is the technically analyzed target area up here based on the 200 EMA, which is of course up there in this area, yeah, which we can reach at $79,500 roundabout. But it's also not unlikely that the market will go a bit further up, yeah, maybe to 83,000 at most or something like that, because we don't always just test the 200 EMA, but also break through, like here, back then, the whole thing was at $96,000, and we went up to $97,900 back then. So still $2,000 above it. Of course, friends, I could be completely wrong here too, and the market takes off completely from then on. But I personally just think that's unlikely, and that's just trading. You rely on the probabilities and on, well, your skills that you have. So my dear friends, in that sense, I would say what's also important, the trades are going well. They'll stay open for now. I'll close them up here, of course. You see my TPs that are in here. There will also be a TP for Ethereum. Market update is also coming online on LEVEX soon, which means as soon as you see this video, this market update is online. It always comes out around 8 a.m. German time. So feel free to do that. Go to LEVEX. You have to be registered via my link for that. It's the first link in the video description, and then just leave a comment, and then you're qualified for a $100 giveaway, which I'll basically resolve every day starting tomorrow. So from tomorrow, there'll be the winner from March 17th. And the whole thing will basically be drawn automatically by LEVEX. In that sense, friends, give it a thumbs up, comment for the algo. We'll see you today at 2 p.m. in the stream. I'll also stream through the interest rate decision. Of course, I'll be live from 2 p.m. In that sense, friends, see you. Bye for now. Ciao.